The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
That's pretty good.
All right. Nice. Welcome to the program, Rare Form Radio. Really?
Weird.
So I just got confirmation that a relative of Dan called him out on that and confirmed what we all know is true already.
Just one, though?
I think there's more out there if we
Okay,
really
man.
start digging. That you do often say, really? We're...
Fuck you guys.
Did he confirm that you say it that way, though?
Yes, exactly that way.
Exactly that way. Okay, I'm happy. All right,
Unfortunately.
good night, folks. Thank you. That's all I needed.
I hate you guys.
Welcome to the program, Rare Form Radio, here in the heart of wherever the fuck we are. I still have no idea. You tell me every week where we are.
You know where we are, dude.
I just know it's the valley, but I don't know where in the valley that we are.
What's the word I hate?
Hollywood.
North Hollywood.
We're in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
Here in downtown, beautiful North Hollywood, Rare Form Radio.
Yeah.
Coming at you not so live.
That's basically it.
How are you, Dan?
I'm getting over a sickness, but I'm doing good.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
I know that feeling. How are you, Frank?
I'm doing good. How are you? That's the big question.
I'm good.
Frank,
I am-
fucking calm down, Frank.
Frank's on my nuts. I like it.
okay, my little Torito?
I had a bunch of I believe they call it a battery of tests.
Wow.
Cameras in my mouth, cameras in my ass. It was like a gay porn at the fucking medical center.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
And everything is cool. He has some suspicions as what it might be, but it's nothing life-threatening. It's nothing really dangerous. And he put me on a couple of different things to say, hey, the mild things, like see if this helps. And it did. I still feel it, but I'm not fucking dying, and I'm not in excruciating pain. So at least I can. I mean, last week I couldn't even have the fucking
Right.
camera on me. I was winced over, so big difference from last week. So yeah, things are good.
Is,
really-
is there a possibility that it's from dealing with certain people? I don't want to...
Really, I said to him, I have this guy that I work with, and I described him
Okay.
to a medical professional.
Like no lips.
And you know what he said to me? Yeah, I said everything. The no lips,
Frank coming in hot tonight.
the tits, the no lips. I said it all to him.
Okay.
Well, that's good to
And
be
he
your
went.
guest.
You know what he said to me? He goes, "Really? Weird." And I thought it was in a horror movie.
Dear.
The world is a lot crueler since my grandfather left it.
Yeah, that's right. You had to travel, which
That's why I'm sick. Going home to
Going home,
Massachusetts
yeah.
in the winter. And when I got there, it was 70 degrees.
right.
And then the next day it was 30.
Ugh, that's like here right now. It's
Basically.
fucking freezing out
Yeah.
today.
It's cold.
Yeah.
So how was the funeral? Good?
It was great. It's weird because it actually was pretty nice.
Right. That's
it
what
was
I
good to
mean
see
by good.
family.
It
Yeah.
sounds funny, but was it a good send-off?
It was great. It was, you gather around, everyone tells stories about him and does all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And his 5 grandsons were the pallbearers. So it was
Right.
me and my cousin Dave, the cop, who calls in all the time.
Right,
And,
right.
It was good to catch up, and everything went smooth.
Any inheritance coming your way?
So that's,
Were you
it's a
cash
big-
grab?
it actually is a big story that is an.
Oh, really?
Of course, it always gets ugly.
Oh, really?
It always does. So the answer is no,
Okay.
and I don't care one bit.
Right, of
Yeah,
course.
that's
of
fine.
course.
But
Yeah,
but it was good.
every relative that I have that has died, I saw nothing but more headaches in dealing with the aftermath.
Yep. Yep,
I don't come from good stock.
that's how it goes.
Let's put
But
it that way.
one funny thing that happened is my niece, who is 10 years old, she's very, very intelligent and talks like an adult, but her brain doesn't work like a.
And she's a Cleary?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, half, and but she doesn't know when to not talk.
Right.
So at one point, she's standing literally next to my grandfather's head in the coffin. And she's like, you know his lips are sewn shut, right? And I was like,
my God.
yeah, I do. I do know that.
One
And,
of those no filter.
It gets better. And then there's people like, she's standing by his head, and people kneel in front of the casket.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there's people kneeling there. And she goes, and his eyelids are glued shut because the eyes are the first things to rot when he goes in the ground. So I was like, Kara, I love you so much.
So she is a Cleary then.
I said, first of all, yes.
She's clearly a Cleary then. Yeah.
I said,
Sounds
first of
like
all, you're smart. You're right. But we can't talk about it here right now.
Right.
Go over there and talk more quietly about it. It was pretty funny.
Wow. That's terrible that you had to go deal with that.
That's fine. He's better now than he was.
Good.
So I'll take it. How are you doing?
I am good, other than the past bullshit that's gone on for a couple weeks. I'm a little bummed, and usually I don't give a fuck. Especially, let me explain myself. Okay, when people are into a certain thing, a band or a musician or whatever, and I am of the type. I'm cut from the cloth that if everybody likes this person, I'm not going to like them anymore.
Do you dislike Tom Hanks?
He's hard not to like.
Okay. Bill Murray.
No, I love
Okay.
it's more music,
okay.
more with music. Let's put it that way. Well, I'm going to call him by what I called him as a child growing up because it really only rang true to me a couple of years ago that the guy's last name is Peart and not Peart.
Oh.
But Neil Peart died from Rush. And apparently it was a shocker because they kept his sickness a secret for a pretty long time. I mean, people knew that the band wasn't. So
they were in no rush to tell us the truth?
They were in no
Nice one.
rush to tell us that he was dying. Anyway, but I really felt bad. I'm like, wow, this guy really, if you really think about it, and I'm looking online, everybody, the outpouring of just awesome stuff said about the guy.
Yeah.
Usually, that's one of those type of bands like, oh, dude, Neil Peart, the drummer, he's the fucking bad. Like, shut up. Now I don't like the guy. That never happened, And a lot of people don't like that band. Are you a fan, Dan?
I like the songs that are on the radio. I've never owned a record,
Right.
but I
You're
definitely...
a little younger.
Yeah, but they were all over my radio station growing up.
Right,
so
right.
I would say I do like Rush.
Right. Frank?
Same. I just
Fucking Limelight, dude. Tom Sawyer. Like,
Yeah. All
great
the
stuff.
hits. Yeah, all the hits. And they have a lot of other stuff, too, that's really great that people who aren't really into the band, no. So anyway, I was like, wow, this is the first guy like I'm kind of really bummed about in a long time. And I was going through my pictures here, and I'm going to show it to you. The camera won't be able to really see it.
We can
but
pop it in post.
We'll pop it in post. So, I was watching this. They made this documentary about their last show, and their last tour ever. And the last show, which me and my son were at, and I had no idea.
My son and I.
My son and I were at, and I had no idea that it was the last show until people told us during the show that it was the last show. They didn't say it. The band didn't come out and
That's
say.
surprising.
Yeah, they didn't like, hey, it's our last show. This guy's gonna die in 3 years. Like there was none of that.
That'd be weird.
But we found out when we got there, and I'm watching this documentary about that tour. Specifically because I was like, oh yeah, Luke and I went to the very last show ever. That was the first concert, like other than Jane's Addiction stuff and him standing on the side of the stage. It was the first one that we bought tickets to.
That you attended.
We attended. We drove, got there early, parked, went in, bought shirts and all that. Neil Peart fucking drumsticks and shit like that, and went and sat down. We had great seats. So I'm watching, and I see. All right, if you see that little circle, wait, don't take the phone yet, because, all right, you see that little circle there, right? That's Alex Lifeson, the guitarist, and he's looking out, and it's a really poignant moment in the film, the documentary, because he's looking out and really taking it in, and he's talking, the voiceover of, I was really taking in the moment of, like, what I'm doing, and I was really present, and so then I'm looking, and I'm like, wait, I remember where we were sitting, because we had really good seats. It's really hard to see, but if you look in the circle,
Is that you?
that's me
Next
and
to the
Luca.
hand?
Yeah, because that's me.
Oh, you're on both sides
And
of the
then-
arm.
I see.
And that's Luca standing next to me. So we made the documentary.
Dude,
Nice.
you're famous.
Yeah.
Dude.
But it made the death even all that harder
Yeah.
to accept.
He, Neil Peart was one of the guys. Not many people will argue that he's the best living drummer that there is.
Yeah,
And he really is.
Mhm.
Did you see Josh Freese's tribute to him?
Yeah, it was awesome.
That was the best one I saw. It was him air drumming the Tom Sawyer, right?
Nice.
the,
Yeah.
the fills and Tom Sawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But air drum with all the
Yeah.
cymbals. That was the best one I saw.
Yeah, he's great. Follow that guy because his posts are always awesome.
He's one of the best follows on Instagram.
Yeah, for sure.
You mentioned that, but we had a question from Tony that was directed to you.
Okay.
To Todd, the loss of Neil Peart has affected me more than I thought it would. My Twitter's lit up due to the amount of love that gentleman has received. It really shows how much of a badass he was, both behind the kit and as a human being. What are your favorite lyrics, favorite song, favorite album? I usually send audio direct messages, but I couldn't do it without choking up. I feel like a fucking emotional idiot. Thanks.
Yeah, you probably would have sounded like one too, so it's a good thing you
It
didn't.
would have been embarrassing.
No. Yeah, that's exactly my point is it hit me a little harder than I thought it would. I guess because I didn't know that it was coming out of left field. But,
He's no longer in the limelight.
yeah, no longer in the limelight.
I actually,
Limelight has some of the best lyrics just because about fame and the trappings of fame, but he wrote mostly all the lyrics too.
He did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because he
Really?
was
Weird.
he was like an avid reader. Yeah, and he well, I guess when they were young and they were starting out, they were like they had another drummer originally first, and then he just for whatever reason didn't work out, and they got Neil, and he would just sit and read all the time, like when he wasn't playing, and the other two guys, Alex and Getty, were like, you know what? This guy reads all the time. Maybe he can write some good lyrics, and he became the lyricist of the band, pretty much.
That's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. From what I've understood, with the approval of the other, Geddy Lee, who had to sing the lyrics, he would say, "Hey, I wrote this," and he'd be like, "Okay, can we change that though?" That kind of thing. But anyway, it was all him because he's fucking super intellectual. And I don't know. It's hard to say a favorite album.
How many did they have? Like 10, 15, 6?
No, they probably had like 10.
Okay.
I'm not going to go researching it
No.
now, but, Moving Pictures is the famous one with Tom Sawyer on it, YYZ and all that kind of stuff. But there's other really great albums too. A Farewell to Kings and I think
Which one, when you think of it, like brings you back to a time, or do they do a few in different ways?
a
Is
few
there
in different
one
ways
particular-
because I first heard all the popular stuff when I was a kid, Limelight and Tom Sawyer and all that. So that brings me back to being a kid and hearing the drums as a separate individual instrument.
Right.
You get that with Zeppelin and stuff like that
The
too,
Who.
but it's like it's just it's a different kind of drumming.
Uh-huh.
But and then others I got into later. La Via Strangiatos, like that 15-minute long song, there's barely any lyrics in it. It's amazing. It's hard to say what my favorite song is. Or what
You a
my
fan,
favorite
Frank?
album.
I would have to go with like Tom Sawyer because that was one of the songs that one of my first guitar teachers handed me to learn. I was like, okay, cool, we're going there.
You
So-
started with Rush?
Yep.
That's
He was,
crazy.
and I was gonna say, I don't know a single drummer that will not cite Neil as an
Yeah.
influence.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
No matter what
he was
style
that
you
guy.
play. Yeah.
Right. And I think from there, you get, a guitar player. You might not be a Rush fan, but you can appreciate what they're doing musically.
Right, dude. Alex Lifeson's a fucking unbelievable guitar
Incredible.
player.
Yep.
They're all great musicians. Anyway, yeah, it's really sad. I don't want to fucking dwell too much on it, but yeah, it's hard for me to pick because I love all their shit. But
All right. Fair enough. All right, that wraps up the Neil Peart episode.
right, yeah, that's why I wanted to get off it because we can keep talking about it forever.
So my flight last night from Boston to L.A. was like a nighttime flight. It wasn't a red eye, but we left at like
were you fly by night?
I was.
Okay,
It was like
go
a
ahead.
7:40 p.m. flight.
Uh-huh.
So when you're going that way, it's hard to call it a red eye. But anyway, They dim all the lights. Everyone is quiet on the plane, except for this fucking cunt behind me who, like, met this guy, like, the middle seat behind me and the window seat. What?
I
Dude.
know where this story's going because I've been in that position before.
This is how loud she was talking the whole flight. Oh my God, you work in biotech? I work in biotech. Do you know this person? So this chick, okay. Oh boy. Give me a second. We hit strong headwinds, so the long flight was already longer.
Right.
So it became like a 6-hour, 25-minute flight.
Right.
No, for the whole
flight.
3-4 hours straight, she just talked about herself. Like she never asked this dude a fucking question. And I think he was trying to fuck her. He had to have been, otherwise you don't talk to someone for that long.
Yeah, otherwise he would have killed himself instead.
But at one point, I wrote down one of her quotes.
He's gonna fuck her or kill himself.
And she just sounded so stupid, trying to talk smart. And she was coming to L.A. because a friend of hers died, and she had unfinished beef with his friend, and she feels bad they'll never be able to fix their problems. And it was not like she did not stop talking about herself forever. And I know that like it's a pretty common thing. Women in general like to talk about themselves, and we're supposed to listen. But at one point, I had to write it down. She was talking about her job. She goes, "I was on the computer and they had files. You know, like files."
Nice.
So it was that kind of shit for at least 4 hours before I fell asleep for a little bit.
Yeah.
And like, I was trying to watch a movie, but every time the movie was quiet, I could still hear her through my headphones. So I had to put on music that I didn't want to listen to just to not hear her. And I really wanted to turn around and be like, you gotta shut the fuck up.
You should have. You should have said, "Can you quiet? Can you stay? You know,
I don't
keep it
I
down a
can't
little
do
bit
that.
because everybody's trying to sleep."
I can't do that.
When people are that loud, that are next to each other, it drives me crazy. Because
You can talk like this and just
they're fucking sitting right next to you. Their ear is fucking literally this far away from your mouth.
Just turn your head and you're right in their ear.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up or keep it down. Like, I don't mind talking. People are allowed to talk. But when it's excessively loud, or the jerk off that's just going to keep the light on the whole time, who's
she
right
did that
across
too.
from me.
She did both of the things.
Yeah. Or
She didn't put her feet over my seat.
it's
which
not
would have been
that
the
dark
trifecta.
yet, but it's dark enough where most of the plane is looking to just fucking knock out, and the one
Close your
asshole
fucking
that's
shade.
got the fucking thing up. And I've reached over people that I'm not with, like not on the other aisle, but like I'm in the aisle seat and the person is in the window and they're not looking out of it. I just say, "Oh, excuse me." Like I pretend like I don't know what I'm doing
I only do
etiquette
that.
wise. And
So I only do that if they're asleep or if they get up to use the bathroom. I'll lean over and do it, and hopefully they won't notice. But sometimes they open it back up.
no,
But
I
man,
can't. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. And she's also the kind of person. I have a problem. This might be my problem too. I don't like taking phone calls when I'm around other people. Like if I'm in an airport, sitting waiting for the flight, I will not take a phone call.
Right.
I'll text and be like, I don't want to talk on the phone.
Yeah.
And she's the person where the flight's taking off and she's on the phone until the last second.
Oh, God.
And then we land. It's midnight. Everyone's tired. No one's talking. And
I
she
just got here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's talking about her boyfriend. And I hope she's dead soon.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up.
I hope she gets Neil Pearted as soon as possible and leaves this plane.
Yeah, the plane, man. It used to, when I was a kid, a flight was like an event.
Right.
You actually
Dress up
a little bit, and now it's like every fucking jerk off in their flip flops and like a backpack that's just gross and dirty because whatever the fuck they were doing in their lives, and people who take, we've talked about this before. I've taken pictures of them and posted them. People who take their fucking shoes off, especially people who aren't wearing socks. It's like a layer worse.
Did you see the video someone tagged us in of them scrolling the video with their toes?
What?
Someone
yeah.
Someone was scrolling through like the media tower with their fucking
Get
naked
out.
toes.
Ah, jeez.
See, man, I would say something. I have to say something.
I'd say it with my fist right in their nose.
Right?
We were on a flight. I don't remember where we were going. A couple of hours somewhere. Just not that long ago. I think I might have talked about it on Dark Matter. And this guy gets up. He's not wearing he has shoes and socks. They're off. He gets up, and this isn't even bothering me as much. He gets up and walks into the bathroom barefoot.
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, and
It's so bad.
And I'm just like, dude, for your own sake, for your own health's sake, there's nothing on that floor that's clean at all. There's piss everywhere. Like, I just
You gotta
couldn't
know,
believe
I
that.
don't get it.
Like, what fucking third world country
This is
or
a dude?
Eastern Bloc country did you fly in
This
from?
is a guy?
A guy.
So he has a dick, I presume.
Yeah.
And I think he should know that after, in girls, you might know this, after a guy takes a leak, you do the shake
Yeah.
to get the little bits of piss off the end of your
Yeah,
dick.
yeah.
It doesn't always go where you want it to.
Right.
It usually doesn't go in the toilet.
Sometimes it's not even the shake, it's just the end. The
Yeah, the dribble.
The dribble.
Yeah.
Like if
gets
you turn
all
the
over.
shower on, and as you shut it off, it kind of wanes.
Right. And I've gone in after some women too.
Yeah, they hover.
And yeah, it's not a pretty sight either. Out on a plane. In general, I would say a female bathroom is in better order than the men's room.
I wonder. I'm curious.
I think so.
We need to have people start. I don't know if we want this or not. I want you guys to start start sending in pictures of horrible bathroom scenarios. I very rarely have to use a stall at an airport, but sometimes you do.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one you go into always has shit in the toilet.
Yeah.
It seems like every time the first look is always these two massive logs, and that's what I saw last
Ugh,
night. I just don't know how you can't. How do you leave that for somebody?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Poop. There's
Don't
poop in there,
get
Todd. 2 pieces of poop. Poop.
I have a story that I was waiting for a bathroom, and this is like a couple of nights ago, and I'm waiting. I'm out somewhere with my wife, and we're waiting. I'm waiting. I could hear futzing around in the fucking bathroom. Like, come on, whoever's fucking taking a shit in there. Like, I jiggle the handle just to let him know. Let him know.
Still
Jiggle.
here.
Yeah. And I did the first one, and it was locked, so they heard that. And then there's time passing, just letting you know I'm still here. I'm not irate. If you got to use the fucking bathroom, you got to use the bathroom.
If you're in there, that's so stressful.
But then I hear, like, the water go on, and then it goes off, and then it goes on again, and then it goes off, and then I hear paper towels being, and like I'm like, all right, so I'm waiting, and like, literally this drop dead gorgeous girl walks out. She's like, "Oh, sorry," and walks away, and I walk in, and I hit the barrier of the shit that she just took, the smell of the shit that she just took, and I kept seeing her for the rest of the night,
But in your mind, she went from a 10 to a 4.
Oh, a 2.
It was that bad.
It was bad.
Could you tell
she
what kind
ate
of,
something
I was gonna
horrible.
say, could you tell what kind of food she had? It was so bad.
Yeah, she ate shit. Is what I think she ate shit and then shit out the shit.
That's always a bad thing.
But I was kind of happy in the back of my mind. Like, I like when shit like that happens. Like, hot chick, got everything going for her. Every guy's pining over. And I've seen the human side.
I was gonna say,
because they humanized
and
the
it turns out
flaws.
she's a human being.
Turns out she's a dirty, gross bitch.
Frank, have you ever seen your wife's shit
Once.
on your face?
Yeah.
No,
that
why?
was the time.
How did you see
Have
it?
you ever seen it slide out into your face?
Not yet. I think
Like asshole in your face, there's nothing there yet, and then
Okay.
it crowns like a baby and comes down into your mouth.
That's a 10-year anniversary gift.
comes down into your mouth.
We'll talk in a few more years. But
So how did you see it? Why?
well, I needed to use the restroom, and she was in there taking a bit longer. So I walked in as she was finishing, and she was like just about to flush.
And
And
caught
that's
a
when
glimpse.
and I almost got a divorce
Yeah,
like
yeah.
5 minutes later because that women are not meant to do that. Last I heard,
No.
right? Yeah.
My
Yeah.
wife, it would be totally fine, just like keeping the door open all the time, doesn't care. And I've had to say, like, please just keep that part to yourself.
Right.
I love you for it. I love you so much, but I don't want to know that part of you.
Do you fart in front of your wife?
Occasionally, I try.
I have friends that
over
have been married for a long time. They're like, I've never farted in front of my wife. I'm like, I don't understand. It doesn't even compute.
So over the last few years, I've decided not to do it less, because I think you need to hold on to that as long as you can. Literally hold on to it as long as you can to keep someone
I
interested.
force them out. If I don't have any, I'm bummed.
You just have a machine.
Yeah, I'm like, I say that was for you, babe. Like
They love that.
yeah.
Sometimes
Or I
it
go,
has
what
to
the
happen.
fuck was that? Was that you?
It's pretty good. Does she fart in front of you?
Yeah.
Yep.
But she doesn't
Gross.
often.
Right.
You know, she's just not a gassy person.
What about you guys, Frank?
I'm not really a gassy person, and she isn't that much. But the times that she does, she gets a bit embarrassed, so she'll walk away a little bit and do it, and then come back.
That's good.
Sometimes I don't know what she's doing
At
because
least
she's just standing
trying.
there, and I'm like, "What's going on?" She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fart, and I just don't want to do it near you." I'm like, "All
But
right."
she's so petite. Has she ever farted and it like you see her like slide across the room?
I was
She falls over.
like pushes it.
It's so stupid. Because she's very like thin and small.
Yeah, she's thin and small, so I imagine that kind of
man.
impact, like not even blows her fucking down, but like just
Gives her a stumble.
if these are her feet, right? She just goes like this, like a little propulsion.
I'm thinking more like when people are walking and a
Oh
huge
my
gust of the
God.
wind comes and they kind of like stumble a bit. Like, oh shit! Almost lost my foot.
Yeah, but it's coming out of her and,
Right.
releasing back, so a little.
propulsion.
Yeah, I hope she never goes skating. It's like-
That's pretty good.
That chick is so
Oh,
fast;
man.
she's not even moving.
No.
Her legs.
All ass.
It's all ass, baby.
Wow.
Oh, that was hilarious.
So dumb. Oh my god.
Good stuff.
What else?
I don't know. You guys
Oh.
want to do this for a little bit? That's my Neil Peart.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
All right.
I'm surprised you haven't made fun of me yet for
What?
my beloved Red Sox being caught cheating.
Yeah, I saw some rumblings about that, and I just didn't even want to bring it up because, not because it would hurt you, but just because I don't ever want to talk about the Red Sox with you.
What about
ever?
what about the Houston Astros? Do you know what's happening?
I don't. I know that there's some cheating going on, and everybody's getting fired and losing jobs, and like people who are like. The catcher is now the owner of the team. Like weird shit like that is happening. Do you want to explain?
It's kind of like it might be the biggest scandal in baseball history, more than like the Chicago Black Sox, who famously like threw a World Series.
Yeah,
for the sake of
1919. Yeah.
Shoeless Joe Jackson, all that shit. So the 2017.
You surprised that I knew that number?
No, I'm not. I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not surprised. So the 2017. Wait, was it 1917?
1919.
Okay, let's say 100 years. Okay. Anyway. So the Astros in 2017 had an unbelievable season, and they had the most wins they ever had in a season, and they steamrolled the playoffs and won their first World
Is
Series.
Nolan Ryan still the pitcher for the Astros?
He has been gone for about 25 years.
Is he still alive?
He is.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
I used
Yeah,
to
he
have
is,
his
yeah.
baseball card. That's how I
He
know.
was the shit.
Nice. Yeah, he was great.
But they were caught. They made this like they had a camera installed in center field, so they could pick up the catcher's signs in real time and relay it to someone who was in the tunnel behind the
Giving
dugout with a
signals.
trash can, and they would smash a trash can once for fastball, twice for a curveball.
Yes,
So-
cheating. Yeah.
Big time cheating, and so they won a World Series that way. And now it came out today that multiple players may have been wearing like a buzzing device under their jersey, so they could just get zapped
Right.
to be told what time
Yeah.
what
That's
pitch
how
was coming.
guys in Vegas cheat at cards.
Dude,
Like,
yeah, exactly. That's kind of
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
It has a name for it. What's that? It's called something.
I don't know.
A switch or something. But
Buzzer.
it's just crazy
It's
shit.
called. Oh, I know what it's called. The cheating
the
buzzer.
cheating buzzer.
That's what it's called.
And the bench coach for that Astros team in 2017, who is a guy who like relays the messages from the coach to the players, was a guy named Alex Cora, who became
Yeah, that's the name I keep hearing. All right,
he
go ahead.
he masterminded the whole thing,
Right,
and he became the Red Sox manager in 2018, a year later,
right,
and won a World Series with the Red Sox.
right. So what we're unearthing here is that the Red Sox really haven't won a World Series since
2013.
No, but isn't that?
No, different manager.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted. I was hoping that we could take that away from
1918,
you.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty frustrating.
You don't see that shit with the Yankees
Right.
happening.
No, well,
So
you
They
do.
just win on talent.
No, they're involved too.
Oh, are they?
Oh yeah,
I don't.
Yankees, Dodgers, like they're
Wow.
thinking
All of baseball.
It might
is
be a league-wide problem.
Which, see, here's the solution. If it's a league-wide, it's not a problem. It's a tactic that they use to strategize, and all teams should be able to do it.
No.
Then just do it. If everyone's doing it, just, okay, fine, everyone's doing it. If one guy is doing it and his team wins because no one else is aware,
Right.
then I say, okay, action needs to be
But
taken.
you're saying it's an
If
even
the-
playing field.
Yeah, if they're all doing it, who gives a shit?
If they all are, yeah.
I mean,
but
you see in football, they're always because they know there's lip readers.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Like you should have fucking covered your lips instead of scratching your balls,
if
baseball guy.
if it comes out that it's proven that Red Sox players were using the buzzer thing, I am all for any player caught for sure getting a lifetime ban from baseball.
Yeah.
And I don't care how much I love the player, get rid of him. I don't want that in baseball.
Big Trouble in Little Beantown.
They should change
Pretty
the name
much.
of the Red Sox to the Patriots then.
Yeah, they all cheat. All those teams cheat.
Frank, what is your problem tonight? You're really being cruel tonight.
Sorry, Dan. Traffic brought out the worst in me tonight.
It sure did. I
They
don't
should
like it.
change the
apologies.
name to the Boston Cheat Fucks.
Cool.
The Boston Cheat
Oh,
Fucks.
boy.
Cool. I'll take it. Oh, it's such a bummer.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I
your
mean,
beloved game. Think
know.
about how many bats you own that became famous off of cheating.
Yeah.
If the World Series is not legitimate,
Burn 'em.
I paid so much money for bats used
Burn 'em.
that season and used in the World Series.
Make a video of it. It'll go viral. Fucking
would.
man stupidly burns all the money he spent on bats by burning the bats.
I think I'd rather have the bats than go viral. But it sucks.
But I see, I mean, again, steroids, cheating. I just think let them do it. Like, it's just a better game.
It's not, though.
It is.
Except it's not.
What do you think
Well-
about the Pete Rose thing with him?
yeah, I was going to ask.
I
yeah.
think what he did is so much less than what these
That's
guys
what I
have
think.
done.
I agree.
And
That's
Pete Rose should be allowed to be in the Hall
Hall
of
of
Fame.
Fame,
And he
yeah,
should
yeah.
be allowed to be a coach. But
and he should be allowed to have another hairstyle than a bowl cut.
Absolutely. But I was talking to a buddy today about this exact thing, and he thinks that the Pete Rose ban may have to, like, the reason is that he cheated, but he also is, like, a proven pedophile, which kind of makes
Oh, I
things...
didn't know that.
Yeah,
What?
he was, like, during his playing days...
So Hall of Fame for baseball, but don't let him around your kids.
Yes. So he can't teach Little League, but he should
Yeah,
be
they're
able to teach
coaching
Major
Little
League.
League for
So there's like a pretty...
Yeah, but isn't his cheating because of gambling, right?
He bet on his team to win.
Right.
So, he wasn't throwing games. He was-
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He just gambled. That's the disgrace is
Yep.
that you can't gamble on your own team, the integrity of the sport, and
Right.
the integrity of your team, and
Right.
stuff like that. And if he didn't bet to lose,
Right.
he bet to win. Which,
I think that's
we're gonna
fine.
win. I'll
Yeah.
bet you fucking $100.
I
We're
will
gonna
bet on
win
myself any day. Yeah.
You should be allowed to bet on yourself as
For
long
sure.
as it's in the fucking plus column.
Yeah.
I don't see the harm.
It's a weird thing, but he there was like corroborated like reports that while he was a player, he had like teenage girls in multiple cities that he would like.
Well,
back to-
pedophile is different. Teenage girls,
I'm
pedophile, you
saying
think
like,
teenage
I'm
boys.
saying like 14, 15. Oh,
I'm just kidding.
pedophiles only fuck boys.
Pedophile, I immediately think boys. I immediately make pedophilia
Oh, my.
gay in
That's
my
funny.
mind.
That's really funny.
But I guess, yes, it's with children too.
I'm going.
Did you
by
see
a-
the video of that guy confronting his childhood rapist?
No.
What?
It, like in a Target or something.
Oh, wow.
And he's the guy's with a, I don't know where it was on. Somebody sent it to me, so I don't know what the keywords to look for.
I was say
It's-
man confronts.
Yeah, confronts childhood molester or something like that. But he does. They don't fight or anything because he's with a little girl, and the guy doesn't deny that he did it either. And he's like, "I'm going to catch up with you another time because there's a little girl here, and I don't want to do that in front of her." But he's like, "Yeah, you remember me?" And
Holy
and he's like, the guy puts out his hand. He's like, "I'm not fucking shaking your hand, man." And like.
The pedophile put his hand out. It's like an apology.
Because he says, "Hey, you remember me? I'm so and so's kid or whatever." He's like, "Oh yeah," hey. And he's like, "You don't remember trying to fuck me in my ass? You fucking rape it!" Like it's it's
Whoa.
like yeah. I'll find
Wow.
out.
It's making me hot.
Yeah.
Like not hot like turned on.
It's
if you're only listening, I meant it's making me like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'll find it.
All right.
Anyway, so
That's
you want to
brutal.
go on with some more listener questions?
Yeah, sure.
You want to
man.
hit that fucking
Fuck yeah, I do.
amazing sound effect that we've...
Fuck yeah, I do.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Rare Form Radio.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Hi guys, love the show. My favourite one with an odd number of lips. Pretty simple. You get one free punch at someone. Todd, do you punch Dan or Dave? Dan, do you punch Todd or Dave? And Frank, you can punch all three of them for taking the shit that you do.
I think...
Cheers, guys.
Wow.
I honestly think yours and my answer is going to be the same.
I have two ways to look at it. I mean, obviously, we want to punch Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that's pretty obvious because I don't have any problem with you.
Right. I don't have any problem with you. Yeah.
You never do things that don't make sense and drive me insane. He does all the time, and he has since the day we've known him.
Yeah.
And it's I'm gonna go ahead and say it's one of his charms.
Yeah.
And also, it would just be like it's such an easy knockout where it makes you feel good.
Yeah. You
But-
get a testosterone
But on
boost.
the flip side, I would like to punch you because I'm wondering if I could knock you out, and I don't know that I could. So it would be a fun
I've been
test.
knocked out.
Okay.
I have been knocked out
yeah,
once.
but probably by a bigger dude than
Oh,
me.
yeah, by a fucking monster.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I got knocked out once where I literally blacked out. Like, I did not know what had happened for the first 4 seconds that I came to. Like,
That's the best case scenario.
Yeah.
You didn't feel it.
I just got punched. And it was completely sucker punched, too, because there was a bunch of fights going on all at the same time. And some dude just fucking, what, bam, like, and punched me in my temple.
Oh,
Ooh.
shit.
And I literally blacked out
Ugh.
and was like, opened my eyes, and I had no idea where I was for like very quickly, and then realized, oh, I just got knocked the fuck out, and like had to fucking walk away, like making sure I didn't fall over.
Yeah, taking a temple shot can kill you.
Yeah.
That's
That was the only time. I've been punched in the face several times.
Yeah. I've been
But-
punched in the face. I've never been knocked out, but I've been punched in the face.
Yeah.
Definitely enough.
Yeah.
I don't like it. But I think if you're a man, like you and I are men, if you're going to punch someone, you don't necessarily want to punch the small, easy guy.
Right.
You want to test yourself.
Right.
Now, in a fight, I'd have no idea what happened between you and me. But one punch, I don't know. I'm curious. But my choice is Dave.
Yeah, my choice would be Dave too. It's an easy knockout. Because, dude, well, here's the thing with
It's a
him.
confidence booster, is what that is.
Yeah. Here's the thing too, is like if you just go, today's a guy.
It's true.
So
Yeah, when you break it down, he's just like a weak pussy.
I would punch you. I wouldn't.
If
punch,
I had a real life filter on my face,
yes, I would. That's the only time I've ever wanted to punch you. Every week.
awesome.
No, the only motivation why I would ever choose you to punch you wouldn't be the same thing to see if I could knock you out, because I think you're a tough guy. I don't think I would knock you out. Like,
I don't know.
tough in the sense of like
Take a punch.
you could take a punch.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
The only reason why I would ever even consider choosing you would be to see if I could give you a fat lip. Because I just
So
don't think.
basically, you want to do me a favor and even me out.
Yeah. Like, I'd like to see what you look like with a full set of voluptuous lips.
I would take that. But it's a fine line because you want to puff my lips up, but not knock my teeth out.
No, don't want to knock your teeth out. I just want to make them full and look like you have lips. So I feel like
I might want you to choose me then.
I was going to say, I'm doing you a service. It's not like I'm trying to hurt you.
Right, you're trying
to
to
help
me.
you. Yeah.
That's what I say to my wife every time I hit her. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm trying to help you, baby.
That's right.
All right, Frank, if you had to pick, I mean, this should be easy. Who do you want to hit, me or Todd?
Oh,
Yeah, because
man.
he won't pick Dave.
Okay, you can pick all three.
Oh, really?
I don't think
Well-
you'd pick Dave.
If it came to that, if it came down to I have to knock somebody out, I would agree. Just because I remember the one time Todd walked up to me and you kind of did like you were gonna punch me and I didn't flinch and I was like, and you're like, oh, you're not like this fucking guy, and Dave was like, oh yeah, I'm a total pussy. So he admitted. So yeah, I would go for Dave just just to answer this question, but no, I wouldn't punch
No,
him
but
or
if you-
anybody.
You have to punch me or Todd.
Yeah, all
All
right.
right, between you two?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure both of you could kick my ass, but I would take my chances with Dan.
Okay.
I think I could outrun you.
But
I think Todd is quicker.
There's no retaliation.
Oh, really?
I am incredibly fast.
Really?
I've never lost an arm wrestling match, and I've never lost a foot race.
No way.
That's why I say you wouldn't go down, because I felt Dan has like,
He's got
fucking-
masked.
yeah, he's got like disabled chimp strength.
Disabled. You
God.
can say it.
No, I know. I'm saying that purposely to get the laugh. No,
I know.
you have retarded chimp strength.
I'm
You're
very strong.
like of Lenny and Mice and Men.
Yep.
We arm wrestled, and arm wrestling, I don't even
It's not a-
before.
yeah.
It's not about strength. It's about something else. There's something else going on in arm wrestling.
It's about fucking soul.
Yeah, it's about heart. That's right.
Yeah.
So you just,
It's
I
about
didn't
being
have
a man.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the
it.
dog.
There you go. And Dan has a bigger fight in his dog. But no, and you could feel it, like, and I didn't.
It's torque and angles and all kinds of
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. And I'm like, I'm a short guy. I got short form. I'm shorter. Like I was never really good at arm wrestling.
But of everyone I've arm wrestled, you were the hardest one.
Yeah, I thought for a minute, like, he's gonna get tired. Because we went for a few minutes. Like,
It was long.
Yeah.
It was
I
good.
fucked up my shoulder that time for like a long time.
If you're
too. I
listening,
had to-
you can find it on YouTube. That's still on YouTube. Our arm
You guys
wrestling
broke the
match.
table.
Did we?
Yeah,
Did we?
that leg was out after that.
Fuck yeah, we did.
men.
That's
This is
cool.
men.
Yeah, that was some man
That's good
shit.
shit. All right.
I'm gonna go
That's a good
shave my
question.
balls now. Do some manly stuff.
I don't remember this, but maybe you guys remember this.
Hey guys, this is Dave from Slovakia. I have a question regarding a couple of shows back. It was last year. Something happened outside the window, but he didn't want to tell us what it was. But you guys laughed your asses off. So I think now's the time to tell it. Thank you. Love the show.
I don't remember that. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I remember a bunch of times where shit happened behind that window in our old studio at Dash Radio.
Oh, is that what he's talking about?
I think so. Where else was there
Yeah,
a
that
window
was-
that
There's
we
a
were
window
at?
right here, but we can't
No, but he
see
said
it.
last year.
Okay, yeah.
He said last year.
That was only a week ago, but
Yeah, I guess. Semantically, you're right, but I don't think that's what he meant.
what happened at Dash?
Because nothing happened here. And we don't, that window's not open.
No,
Like, it's
but
the-
you were about to describe the situation at Dash.
All right, the situation at Dash is you're in a studio and there's a huge window. So a lot of times, if you recall on Rare Form Radio and on Dark Matter, many times one of us would go out there or we'd bitch about like, God damn it, they're so fucking loud, because people have no idea of the world around them, and that, especially in a studio full of radio studios, they don't think maybe we should be quiet. There's probably people on air right now. So it would just always be a fucking zoo outside the window, and one of us would have to go out like, hey, guys, we're fucking, yeah. But some stuff has happened through that window that we were like, oh, my God, and we don't say it on the air. There's always a gaggle of women at times.
Okay, that's what I wanted to
There's-
say. It's like Dash is a very urban station.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. Like, black women like to look sexy
Right.
all the time, and it's great because they do.
Yeah.
But they would come in, we'd see them in the window wearing these like insane outfits.
All right, and
And
I'm
it might
being
be some of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
lack
being
thereof.
serious. I'm being serious about this because I don't know. Is like hoochie mama, is that a bad thing to say?
It's probably not great, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's
But
racist.
they're dressed that way stereotypically. A
like
lot
hookers.
of them.
They look like
yeah.
they're hookers.
And they're just fucking bam and bam, and like you can't help not look. And then so it's sometimes
it's laughable at how over the top it is.
yeah.
So that might be what it is,
Probably.
but there's never been like
And the laughter is also probably to conceal that each one of us think, if these guys weren't here, I'd fuck that chick.
oh yeah. Yeah. See how pink they really
that's
are.
true.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't recall. I mean, maybe if you are really dying to know, get more from that episode and like what we were
Yeah.
talking about, or maybe. But I just don't know. I don't remember any event that's like, shh, don't talk about that on the radio.
No.
You know.
Right.
Like we never saw like an active rape happening.
No.
And laughed
I'm
about it.
I'm certainly. I don't think we would be laughing about that either.
Jodie
but-
Foster on the pinball
Yeah,
machine
yeah.
out there. Here's a question. You might know this, Todd. I have no idea. When someone is a nude body double in a movie, do they still have to go through hair and makeup and also stand there while they get the lighting right?
I don't really know the answer to that, but I'm sure there are nude body doubles for certain actors and actresses that they want to enhance, whatever. I'm assuming that if they are on camera to double, they're not stand-ins and they're not extras or whatever.
They're actors, yeah.
I assume, yeah, they would put you through hair and makeup so that you look appropriate for the scene.
I would think so too.
Yeah.
But again, that's a guess. I've never shot a video of Frank and then brought some way bigger dicked guy in to do the love scene because Frank just wasn't packing it
Yet.
That's right, yet.
Yeah, that's the key word.
This one might make sense. To Todd, this is from one of our Norwegian listeners, I think, or Swedish or some shit. To Todd, how did you manage to not get killed by your wife when you had your first baby? And does your sex life ever become normal again?
Yeah, my sex life became normal pretty quickly again.
Against her will, but for you.
Against her will. I don't care what you just had come out of there. We're fucking. Well, first of all, my wife had both of our children were C-sections.
So the vag was good.
The vag is ready for attack.
You just can't fuck her belly.
Yeah.
What does she mean? How did you manage to not get killed by your wife when you had your first baby?
I'm assuming what she means. Is it a she or a he?
She.
I'm assuming she means.
Ida Florgy Borgy Nistad. Ida Thumbry Nistad.
I'm assuming she means like during childbirth that, women are fucking, and my wife did say like, how could you fucking do this to me while she was going through childbirth? And I want to kill you. And I looked at her and I said, hey, I wanted to put it in your ass that night, but you said no.
You put us here.
No, she had both C-sections. So she was like literally, I don't know if I've ever seen my wife happier when she gave birth to the children because she was on so many drugs and I'm watching the whole thing, like, because I'm fascinated by it.
Do you see? Are all of her like guts
insides
on a
are
tray?
like on a fucking table?
Oh
yeah.
my fucking god, dude!
And I watched both of them. The doctors won't let you watch the cutting part, like when they actually make the incisions. And the reason why, I guess, they have a lot of husbands that freak out or jump over to stop or stop the thing. But once it was open, they were like, "Go ahead, you could look." They pulling the baby out, and I was. Just on a medical level, I was fucking fascinated. But my wife was like, "Are they doing it? Is he coming out?" And, like, she had no, like, she was just so wasted,
all looped up.
Yeah, and then I'm like holding the baby. It's got fucking blood and fucking vag sauce all over it and placenta juice, and I'm like, "Look," and she's like, "Oh, that's so nice." Like, she was fucking lit. So. Again, they were both C-sections, so it wasn't like pushing and stuff. The contractions were fucked up on the way to the hospital where she's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But if that's what she means during that process, there were a few times in the beginning when we're just figuring shit out. Not where she wanted to kill me, but where she was like, I think she wanted to kill herself. Right. Like where she's just like, I can't handle it. I can't. You have to come back. Like if I had to work or something. This was her favorite saying. I'm drowning over here. Like she'd call and I'd be like, all right, bro, I gotta close the fucking thing, and I'm like, I gotta go back. That
was code for I really need.
Yeah,
you
I
here.
need you here now. I can't deal.
Oh man,
and like I loved it. Like I liked a lot of my friends who have kids. Like, yeah, it's great because you don't do shit with the kid until they're like 2 or 3 years old, and like the mom, they're all about the mom. They're all about the mom. I loved changing diapers and feeding and staying up all night. It gave me purpose. So I was like, I was all about it.
Right.
That's cool.
So yeah, if that's what she means, though, I'm assuming the childbirth part.
Okay.
We kind of skipped over that.
She followed up by saying, also wanted to say that I've reached my 10-year anniversary with you guys, including Dark Matter. Thank you for all the laughs and interesting topics over the years. I'm really happy. My sister and I managed to Skype with you guys and say thank you.
I do. I know who it is now, yes.
There were 2 hot Norwegian ladies that called in. So thank you. What else? We got a few more here. Here's a boring one for Todd. Todd, please, would you recommend an Omega Speedmaster for a first Swiss watch, keeping in mind a budget of $5,000 max, or would you recommend others? Also, is the Cartier a good everyday watch? Thanks and keep up the great work. Love the show. That's from Vassal.
Yeah, Omega Speedmaster is a fucking classic. Every collection should have one. I have one. It is around $5,000 or even less if you can get a good deal, brand new. It's the watch that went to the moon.
Yep.
Okay.
The astronauts that went into space decided to use, even though it's really a racing
Tom
watch.
Hanks, Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, those guys.
guys.
Yeah, and they are wearing Speedmasters in the
Are
film.
they?
Yes.
So does period.
And
correct.
it says on the back, it's like the first watch to the moon, all nice engraved. It's a classic watch. I have one. Yes, it's a must for a collector.
Okay.
Cartier is an everyday watch. Yeah, it depends which one, but I have 3.
Oh.
But get it new because this is so fucking boring to people who don't give a shit about it, like a watch thing.
Let's take a moment and give this guy his
All
own
right.
part.
Cartier's get them new now.
I believe it's Cartier.
Cartier. Get it new now because Cartier used to outsource their watches. So a lot of watch enthusiasts used to think, you know, Cartier, it's fucking jewelry. It's just expensive jewelry. The watch itself isn't a master work of art. And because of that, I think they have all their stuffs in-house now. So they have master tinkerers making the watches. Like it's not, you know.
Yeah.
So that they could get out of the we're just jewelry that tells time. So yeah, and every day get a Roadster, get a fucking Santos. They're awesome.
I legit just yawned.
Yeah, I know. That's why
I don't think it's because of this, but it was funny.
But that's what,
Right.
what I'm saying. If you're not into it, I'm a fucking geek that like I make my own, I tinker my own stuff. I watch videos on how they're made. Like I find it fascinating. And I find it like
They're pieces of art.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to me it's art. It's like bats for you.
Mhm.
Like to me it's pieces of art.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I would, I don't know if you agree with me.
You could check
But-
out the gold Rolex, right?
I don't like gold ever.
I never did either until a few years ago.
I was
I
gonna say-
never wore yellow gold.
It's weird. It's a.
But if you have the fucking president,
yeah.
you need yellow gold.
Are you one of those people? I mean, I can kind of see the point, and I was gonna say this might be a good tip for this listener. Do you like the date at the 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock? Or are you one of the
Depends
rare
on the
people?
watch.
Do you like it at the 4:30?
No.
Right?
I
You
bet
just-
it depends. It depends because like Breitlings have it at the 4:30. I like it there. It depends on the watch. I'm
okay.
not. It doesn't matter to me one way or the other. It depends on the.
I don't know. It
Aesthet-
messes with my OCD, like seeing it.
Yeah,
right
I
there.
could get behind that. There are certain watches that I fucking hate that are high-end, awesome watches because
I did it on purpose.
I don't like the aesthetic.
Right.
Anyway,
But
yeah,
yeah,
let's
no,
get
it's-
off this. It's boring me talking about it. Dan, time to wake up.
I know, right?
This is a long question and comments, and it can lead us in. We should probably talk about dark matter for a second, anyway.
Right.
This is from Tom. I have to say, and please don't take this the wrong way until I explain. I like this show, Rare Form, better than Dark Matter. Thank you. I got into Dark Matter because I was a fan of Dave since 1994. I really miss his humor and common sense type middle ground stance on life. His humor, Todd's life stories, Dan's sick, gross out stories, eating his own sunburn literally almost made me puke in a trash can under my desk at work. Frank's fantastic X-Files, interdimensional Yeti stories always make my week better and made me laugh. However, my question is, do you, like me, feel relieved not to have to deal with Dave Navarro's many insane, frustrating fanatics who would call into the show? It really would bring down the show and make me feel sorry for the human race. I'm not trying to be mean or funny. It was truly an exhausting part of the show, which would constantly bring the show to a screeching halt. Don't get me wrong, he had many cool fans who would call in. The obviously insane ones made me realize that celebs really do have a lot of unneeded baggage. Thanks again.
That was a lot there.
That's a lot.
If I may,
Yes, please.
I think that was part of the charm of Dark Matter is not knowing what's going to happen in that phone call. There were plenty of times where the call was just started out great, and then
just like a car accident.
So, and just kind of watching you guys, deal with people. And a lot of times, I think you guys deserve a lot of credit. You were very tactful with a lot of them. I don't think there was ever a point where there was anything mean-spirited about it.
Oh, and there are definitely nights where Dave just wasn't having
Right,
it. But
of course.
Todd and I have always thought, like, we'll take a call from anybody.
Right.
There's something
Yeah.
to talk about with everyone.
Yeah,
and make
I
it
have
funny.
no, when I believe we're gonna go back to live soon for a little bit anyway, and I really miss that aspect. I like live calls. I like being put on the spot of I don't know what's gonna happen. I like going live, like without getting into that whole thing. Like I just like that you have no choice. You have to start talking now.
Yes.
It's time,
Yes.
and
Right.
there's a phone call. Let's see what's on the other line.
Yep.
I didn't mind the fucking weirdos. Sometimes I did when it was just like someone droning on and on. Like we would just go, oh.
Yeah.
All that stuff, which is still to me funny
Yep.
between us. You know what I mean? So, but I hear that. I know, usually we would acknowledge, screeching halt. Thanks for bringing the whole show to the screeching halt. I totally get Dave's angle of he didn't like calls. He doesn't like the caller.
Right.
You take this call.
Right. Point. Like, you got this one, Todd.
Yeah. But, yeah, I didn't mind it.
I mean, I know it was Dave's show, but as being someone who was part of it, I think I appreciate every single person that took a second to call in for any reason.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Some calls were way better than others, but all of them contributed and all of them gave a damn about the show and whatever we were doing or saying.
Right.
So as a whole, I appreciate all of them in different ways.
Very rarely did we get calls of like, fuck you guys suck, and like shit like that. So like, you know what I mean? It wasn't very argumentative. Every once in a while, maybe about a little something
when
was.
that Daria cunt called, that's the only time I ever lost my mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. But those are few and far between.
It's true.
So,
It's true.
but as far as what was the part of the other question? Do we miss the show or do we?
What it was. Let me pull up that manuscript again. Oh, motherfucker. Dead air. That was more it. Just being a fan of the show. That was it. Just about the calls.
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough when you could feel that Dave didn't want to talk to a caller. It got weird at times, but again, that was part of the show too. It never bothered me really.
So let's talk about Dark Matter for a second.
Okay.
We posted something today from the Instagram and Twitter account. At the moment, it's done.
Yeah.
So people keep asking, and thank you for asking, but at the moment, Dark Matter is no longer.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You want to explain why?
Well, we're all doing other things. Dave has his hands in a lot of other things, a lot of other interests right now, and it's like I think it's also a case of one of those. We stayed away from doing it for too long, maybe, and he's just like, well, fuck it. And I know that he's been pulling back. Fans of his probably noticed he deleted his Facebook page, deleted his Twitter, and I've had extensive conversations, and there's nothing more to it other than he's just like, I'm kind of over all of the accessibility and the reading it and checking everything out. Like, he's looking to fucking downsize and focus on stuff, artistic stuff, all kinds of shit that he has going on. We talk all the time, every day, and I know we're all in contact.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason other than all four of us, including Jessica, just didn't get together and start doing it again. So you and I have been doing this. I think one of the reasons why we were encouraged and inspired to start this was just so we could keep doing it because we love to do it. So yeah, there's no reason other than at this time in space, he's just not into doing it, and we're doing our own thing, and he's doing his own thing. And, Dave and I are still working on a lot of other projects together. So that's what's going on.
I talked to him too today, and about saying something to people, just I feel like we deserve to tell people something.
Yeah.
And I said, should we say that it's done and everything? He goes, no, because I don't know that it is for sure, but it definitely is for now.
Right.
So that's why in it, Dave said, never say never. But
And he was, quite frankly, he's like, I'd rather, if I have something to talk about, pop into your guys' show and just come on as a guest and we'll talk and it'll be fun. It'll feel like Dark Matter, but it's really just a name. I mean, what we're doing here isn't Dark Matter because all the players aren't involved, but it's the same feeling of what we were doing with that show. So, I think, we'll hear from him. Actually, I asked him before because at one point he wanted to call in tonight.
Yeah.
But he got busy and had to do something. But, yeah, he'll be on and it'll be fine.
I just thought, too, just now, it might be fun every now and then if Todd and Jess both came in for a night here and there.
Yeah, I'll be here every night.
Yeah,
that there's.
I meant Dave and Jess to pop in every now and then and have like an impromptu.
Yeah.
episode.
We're totally down with that. And like I said, he's expressed he does want to come in now and again. So that's it. It's not a big deal.
No,
is my point. And to
that's
those
why
people that were supportive of it, we're fucking grateful. And, I'd like to think that it was all of us and not just fans of Dave that are bummed. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, but it's all good.
Cool. What else we got? Here's another one from Rudd from Canada. Always has the strangest questions and comments. So let's keep that going.
Hello, we're from radio. This is Roderick from French Canada, and I have a question regarding the Bank of Canada changing its banknote for the $5 bill. They're thinking of replacing Sir Laurier, one of the prime ministers. So I'm wondering, from radio, which Canadians would you guys like to see on the $5 bill? Personally, I would like to see Bret the Hitman Hart on it. Thank you.
Easy. Wayne Gretzky.
Really?
I thought Neil
That's
Peart.
the only Canadian I know. Oh, yeah, Neil Peart.
John Candy.
John Candy on the 5. I would like that.
More than Mike Myers. I think John Candy would be my number one.
Eugene Levy.
Nope. Too many eyebrows. They'd be hanging over the side of the
that's why
bill.
it would be so fucking regal looking.
Put real hair on it.
And a little thing that says under the 5, Schitt's Creek.
Oh, that's good. Geddy Lee would be an ugly one to have on a bill.
I don't know if he was like dressed up in like royalty. You know how those old Victorian pictures, paintings look like women? The men look like women. Well, that's Geddy Lee.
Or what if the 5 had the 3 faces of Rush on it, different ones? So like there was 3 different $5 bills.
I saw a good meme, Mount Rushmore,
Oh,
and I'm
that's
like,
a
I
good
can't
one.
even fucking believe I never thought of that
That's
before.
good. I'm sticking
Or I
with
can't
John
believe they
Candy.
never made that an album cover of theirs.
True.
Maybe it's too easy.
Yeah. John Candy's a good one. That's a good one. What other Canadians are?
Jim Carrey?
Oh, that's a great one too.
Yeah. Who else is from
Pamela
Canada?
Anderson.
Is
she really?
from Canada?
Yeah, she's Canadian.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Weird.
What else? You're pretty good at this game.
Oh, me?
Look up
Oh,
famous.
you.
Okay,
look
sorry.
up famous comedians, famous Canadians.
Jeez, who else? I need the Jeopardy music.
I have it in here, but I'm not plugged in.
Just sing it. Martin Short,
Oh, he's
Eugene
Canadian?
Levy, Sarah Polley, Pamela Anderson, Paul Anka, Will Arnett, Dan Aykroyd.
Oh.
Who the fuck is Adam Beach?
Oh, Adam Beach.
Who is that?
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Either. Adam Driver? Is that who you just said?
No.
Let's see.
Jay Baruchel, he's pretty funny, but wouldn't make it happen. Kim Cattrall, Michael Cera.
Tommy Chong.
Is he really?
Yeah.
No.
He's in the Canadian list.
That's a good one too. Ellen Page, Hayden Christensen. Oh yeah, Tommy Chong. Kim Coates.
Michael J. Fox on the
No.
5. And this
Really?
way, every time you like waved it in front of somebody's face, it would look like Michael J. Fox.
James
Oh, my
Cameron
God.
is Canadian?
Yeah.
Dude, this is Brendan Fraser. There's a lot of good
Oh,
ones,
wow,
guys.
really?
Tom Green.
Gosling, he's pretty. Tom Green is good.
Yeah, but you got to think Bill. Howie Mandel.
Nope.
Sandra Oh. No, she should be on the Yen. Matthew Perry.
Keanu Reeves, guys.
Oh yeah, Keanu
there
Reeves.
we go.
Done on the five.
Yeah, I
that's
think we
it.
can all agree that's the one. We don't need to look any
Ding,
further.
ding, 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 ding.
Shatner.
I was just looking at Shatner.
I think
too.
we're on the same page. Kiefer
Yeah.
Sutherland, Donald Sutherland, Alan Thicke, the Tilly sisters. Oh, one of the Tilly sisters gave me fuck me eyes once, and it was pretty awesome.
No
Which
way.
one?
Oh, I
Meg,
envy you.
the
Meg-
hot one.
Meg's the fucking cooler one.
She was the one in Agnes of God, right?
Yeah, and she was in The Big Chill.
Yeah, she wanted my big schween is what she wanted. Did I say schween?
You did.
Brian Adams, guys. Justin Bieber, Frank Argueta.
Lorne Michaels.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Anyway.
All right, that's a lot
Wow,
of
a
Canadians.
lot of
Canada.
Canadians.
Also, yeah, that's the. I don't give a shit what's on
Yeah.
their bill. I would never touch that money. I wouldn't touch that money with Frank's hands. Okay.
Hey guys, I just want to let you know that I love your show. It's my weekly therapy. I love it. Thanks for the show. Thanks for the laughs.
It's her wiggly therapy.
Yeah, I think that's what she said. Let's hear it
She
again.
she listens.
Hey guys, I just want to let you know that I love your show. It's my weekly therapy. I love it. Thanks for the show. Thanks for the laughs.
Is wiggly her word for masturbation?
Yes.
All right,
think
then
so.
it's cool.
We have a really good masturbation question.
Okay.
Let's get to it. Nice segue.
Was that a
Todd.
question?
No, that was just a comment.
Oh, okay.
So thank
the
you.
wiggly. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
We're happy to be your wiggly whatever.
That's right.
Here we go.
Hey guys, it's Jen from San Diego.
Hey, Jen.
Here's my question to both of you married gentlemen, and it's about masturbation. How is that handled in your marriage? Do you both do it? Are you aware of your partner's masturbation, or is it something that is just not spoken about? I've been with my husband for 10 years, and I kind of struggle with this. He was traveling recently and didn't want to take care of himself when I kind of told him it was fine, and he wanted to save up his huge load for when he gets home, I guess. But just always curious
I got
how
the
other married
answer
couples
already.
handle this. Love you guys. Keep up the good work.
I'll tell you this right now. He's a liar.
You think?
He's out. He fucking jerked off the second he got in that room, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just saving it for you, honey," to make himself look good. He's fucking
Hotels,
10 times.
Hotels are made to jerk off
Yeah.
in.
My.
It's the
What do
first
you
thing you
do in
do.
your? What do you? Do you tell your wife when you
She
jerk
knows
off?
I jerk off every single day.
All right.
Every day, at
I would-
least once.
I was like that for a good portion of my life.
Yep, every single day. And I mean, I don't tell her, hey, I did it again. But I think she knows I do it often.
Right.
And she does much less than I do. And whenever she does, like if she mentions it in passing, I'm always like, oh, really? Weird.
Really weird.
But it always is like, she always kind of says it in passing. And I do find it interesting. But
Right.
we both do. We
do you
don't-
do it in front of each other? Like
We have. Oh, yeah,
yeah.
sure. Yeah, maybe. I mean, not often.
Right.
A few times a year, maybe.
Frank.
It's cool.
Yeah, like when she's out of town. Yeah, I get carte blanche, as they say.
But does she know?
Yeah, she knows. I'm like, by the way, I'm taking some of our home movies.
But
And
do
some
you jerk off while she's home? Like she's
she's asleep?
sleeping? And,
No,
yeah.
actually, when she's home, no. I think I've probably done it like a few times. Maybe she's like sick
Okay,
or
so
something.
we know
and,
Frank's a liar too.
Yeah,
No.
come on, dude.
I don't know.
That's
when
why.
she's around,
That's why you're
we-
always late getting here because you're jerking off in your
That's
car before you come in.
exactly- that, you caught me on that one. But no, I mean, like, we prefer to have sex. Sex is like an Olympic event for us.
Oh
So,
Jesus! What do you mean? Are you guys? It's like very, very
Competitive.
yeah,
It's
it's,
very
a-
competitive.
It's
I
very,
won.
it's
I came first. I won.
It actually, yeah.
They like
it's
to
something
fuck
that.
while they're doing the luge.
Are you guys like changing positions often, or like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
what do you
yeah,
mean? It's
yeah, we go through like a few positions and stuff like that. So when
like asleep,
I
awake.
can't
kinda-
picture Frank
exactly,
fucking
like-
for some reason.
Especially hard. That sounds like you're fucking hard. Are you a fast fucker?
no, I vary it. Like honestly,
when
I'm
she
not,
farts, does she do jet propulsion?
Into your dick?
Oh my god, I gotta tell her that when I get
Yeah.
home because that's hilarious. But yeah, no, when she's away for sure. When she's around, I don't really get the urge to do it. And like I said, the times I've done it, either she's been sick or something like that.
If in a healthy in a week where she doesn't when she's not ill, How many times do you, on average, have sex a week?
Pretty much every night. Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Fucking Frank, sexual dynamo.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I try.
No wonder
I try
she
to
looks
keep
so
up.
miserable.
I know, right? I'm great. I'm loving it. But yeah, she's not. Yeah.
Is she a masturbator?
Not really. She's told me the times that she's masturbated, but they're very few.
Do you do it in front of each other?
For sex, yeah, but not like just. What do you mean? Like just hey,
Like
come watch me and.
No, where you're both just doing it next to each other.
No, I don't think.
Just to change it up.
No.
But
No.
Like sometimes you both want to be on your back. And on those nights, that's when you can't really fuck if you're both on your back.
Yeah, but my wife will do it, and I'll get on my knees in front, so I have the full view, and I'll fucking.
That's the move.
Okay.
Okay, so what about you guys?
Yeah, I jerk off all the time. I don't jerk off as much as I used to, just because I'm tired. Like I'm getting old. You know what I mean? Like,
do you definitely jerk off less when your kids have the summers off? Like when they're at school, I feel like the school year.
No, because I just jerk off later.
Okay.
It's not less. It's later.
Slide the schedule.
Because I wait till everybody's asleep. I go to fucking bathroom or whatever I got to do. I definitely jerk off a lot when I'm away.
Yeah,
that's a given.
Yeah.
And not even because I'm feeling sexual or horny, or it's just because I'm
You're
away.
alone.
I gotta take the opportunity. I can't waste any.
I've said this all the time.
I masturbate way more than she does, but she does, and we tell her. I'll be like, oh yeah, I jerked off last night. Like, it's not a big deal to us.
So when she does it, is it like in the morning when she gets up? Is it in the shower? Like what is her move?
I think it's when the kids are gone and probably in bed.
And you're not around, or you are around, and she just wants to do it herself.
It's when I'm not around, like I'm out for the day or whatever. It's not because I'm away.
Right.
It's like she does that too, and she does when she's away also.
Nice.
And like sometimes I'm like, you're jerking off in front of me before we start fucking.
Don't call it jerking off.
You're gonna rub one out.
Yeah,
you're gonna play with your. You're gonna play with your pussy before I get in there because I just need to see that. I like that. So
fuck yeah, it's all good.
But yeah, we're open about it. It's not like I jerked off 7 days, 7 times, 7 days a week or whatever. I'm gonna cut it down to 2. Like we don't do that kind of shit.
I feel like there should be no shame in masturbation.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
Yep, it's healthy. You're going away tomorrow, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? Do you want to? Can you say?
I'm going away with my wife for our anniversary, our wedding anniversary.
Your annual trip.
So we're just going away for a couple days without the kids, eat some good food, masturbate,
eat some snatch,
eat some snatch, eat some snatch.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna fucking tongue her twat.
Speaking of masturbation and wives, we have another question.
Hey guys, Monica in Tennessee here. Wondered if you...
Okay, just before we go any further, if you are going to leave a message, roll your fucking windows up on the highway, if you wouldn't mind.
She sounds like she's on the super bullet train, like the window open.
Or maybe she's like directing airplanes on the tarmac.
Hey guys.
Just wanted to say, if you wouldn't... All right, let's try it again.
Hey guys, Monica in Tennessee here. Wondered if you ever thought about the idea of having your wives on the show as a fun guest, and would they even consider doing that? Thought it'd be fun to hear their perspective on inside look into Todd and Dan. Anyway, just a fun idea. I thought would be cool. Let me know. Thanks.
I feel like I gotta wait for the unbuckle seatbelt sign to go off here in a second. Sorry. Go ahead.
I am going. It sounds like an airplane toilet continually flushing.
Yes. Those are the loudest fucking things.
Those are awful.
And then it just stops.
And the answer is yes. We've talked about this.
Yeah, we've talked about it. I have no problem with it. My wife's like, yeah, I'll come in, but like, you're fucking stupid. That's all she's gonna say is, you're so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You're fucking stupid.
The key is to have other people ask the wives questions that we can't chime in on.
Oh, maybe that's something that can be some fan interaction. If you guys really want to beckon a show with our wives on it, send in a list of questions and we'll get to like 20. We'll play 20 questions with them and we'll pick like the 20 best questions and have like
that's fun.
An impartial someone read them the questions.
We could also, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to come in, we can also just record them with their answers.
Yeah, but I think we should have it come in.
Yeah.
When we move studios out of where we're at, we'll do that.
We'll do that, yeah.
Because that could be fun.
Yeah, it's not roomy in here.
Got Masturbation, blah, blah, blah. Do you guys know what deepfakes are?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Here's a topic idea. Deepfakes in
It's
porn.
when you're going to put it in the pussy, but you put it in the ass instead.
Yes. Wait, no.
Really far in there.
Steve asks, here's a topic idea. Deepfakes in porn, in cinema. Fucking awesome or creepy, sinister, just plain wrong. Also, hope Todd's feeling better. Looking forward to listening this week. Thank you, Steve.
I'm missing the question. What is...
What are your thoughts on deepfakes in porn or in film? Is it fucking awesome or creepy, sinister, just plain wrong?
In porn, I think it's plain wrong. Like, what's the point?
To see Winona Ryder getting a big dick in her ass.
No, but it's not. You're not seeing that.
But your brain can trick you into thinking.
You're not seeing that. I'm not a deep fake guy. I'm just like not.
Have you watched deepfake?
Yeah, a couple of them.
Deepfake porn.
Not porn.
It's weirdly, it does trick you in a way.
Yeah, but I know if I search deep fake porn,
you know you're right.
I know I'm watching and I'm just looking for where the fake is more than I'm turned on by the thing.
Right.
So, I'm gonna say no. I say wrong on that.
I think it depends on the intention. If it's meant to be funny, I mean, I think it's all right. But yeah, if you're doing it to humiliate somebody or whatever, then you're just being a dick.
Like you don't want to see Chris Burke on like a porn star's body, the guy that played Corky in Life Goes On. That would be a great porno.
Well, that's funny. To me, that's humor.
Yeah,
or is it hot?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
But yeah, I just I think it's wrong because it's not real.
Right.
That's the bottom line of especially with the porn thing. I mean, movies, I've seen deep fakes that are fucking funny as hell because of the person that they're faking being in a movie or whatever. And I get that. And that's not the person that's in the movie there. It's a fake thing. But yeah, with the porn thing, I want it to be fucking real as possible.
Jimmy Kimmel just had a segment on his show. It was at those little girl pageant shows where the girl having a tantrum, but they put Donald Trump's face on the little girl, and it's fucking great.
Yeah, that's
hilarious.
But that's funny.
Yeah, of course.
That's meant to be. They designed it to be funny, but to design it
and not trying to pass it off as being real.
Yeah, exactly. They're not trying to. Everybody knows it's an exaggerated thing. It's not real, but to take like a hot actress, like you cited Winona Ryder, who I fucking still to this day love.
God damn.
I don't really have celebrity crushes. Did you when you were a kid?
Yeah.
See, I never really
Drew
did.
Barrymore and Winona Ryder and
I was a beaver hunt guy. You know what that is?
Oh, fuck yeah, I do.
Like, I like the girl that I'm going to get.
Was that too enthusiastic for me?
No, because I'm that enthusiastic about it too. Like,
Explain Beaver Hunt. It was the best.
Especially when, for our older audience, you'll know what we're talking
there
about.
There used to be these things called magazines.
Yeah, there used to be this thing called magazines to all those children out there that are listening in the late hours of the night. And Hustler used to have a section called Beaver Hunt.
Was it Hustler or Penthouse?
Hustler.
Okay.
And, Penthouse might have had their version, but Beaver Hunt was specifically Hustler.
Penthouse had Penthouse Letters, which was good
because
too.
Penthouse and Playboy, I was just like, come on, I need to see some fucking pussy already. I can't.
Penthouse showed it, I think.
I want to, but they showed like the shape and the silhouette of it.
In the shadows, like the Phantom of the Opera.
I hate to be like this, and I'm like, I'm not being fucking weird or rapey or fucking, like, I want to see the vagina.
Yeah.
I want it opened,
Don't
and
be
I want to
artistic.
see.
Don't.
Yeah. And those
Opened.
I want it open.
I don't
with
want
two
it
fingers.
opened.
No, I want it open.
I don't want to see
Open.
inside
I want to
of it.
see inside. I want to see
What you
her
ate for
colon.
breakfast.
I want to see her colon. No, I like seeing the reality, and those are the women that I was like, especially when I was younger.
These are
before I was
housewives.
having,
These are like
these are the women I'm probably going to end up having
So people
relations
like
with.
boyfriends or husbands would submit their wives Polaroids.
It's a Polaroid. The lighting was always shitty,
But it
and
was
the
so much
bodies
hotter.
are the bodies are not what you're seeing in the centerfold. They're
They're
not
normal women.
airbrushed. Yeah, it's reality. It was reality porn in a mag.
It was like the first amateur stuff you ever saw.
Yeah. Those amateur shots, exactly. Where was I going with this?
I don't know.
But keep going. Yeah.
Deepfakes in the beaver hunt.
Okay. Because I asked if you. That's why I never really
crushes.
fantasize about celebrities or had crushes on celebrities. Winona Ryder was probably the only one I've ever done that with, where like I actually masturbated and thought about her. I don't think I've ever done that with anyone else that I didn't know personally.
Yeah, if I masturbate, it's usually to someone that I know.
Yeah, someone I know or even know peripherally, the fucking girl at Starbucks or whatever, It's got to be someone tangible. Seeing them on a screen or a TV is out for me, but that was the only time I ever did that was with her. And if getting back to the fake thing, if it came up, okay, Winona Ryder, well, I know it's not her. And so I'm crushed and disappointed that it's not her, And I almost feel like that's cheating on her integrity sexually. Because she wouldn't fuck that way, the way the person is in the, you know what I mean? Whoever they're putting whoever's body is doing the fucking.
Winona Ryder on Jenna Jameson's body.
Yeah, it's not, So I think shameful. Should not be done, should be banned. If you watch it, you're a fucking asshole.
I wonder if it is legal to have on there.
I don't know.
We have one more. So, you guys, by the way, thank you. You have been going to iTunes and giving us a rating and a review. More people are doing it now. Thank you.
Nice.
Someone asked, do you get access to the international reviews? Some of us in the UK have written and scored the show highly. I have no idea if iTunes is only showing your home audience. I have no idea. I don't know where they come from, but just keep doing it, and we appreciate it. It's been a nice boost in the last couple weeks, and keep it going. And where can people find us, Frank?
People can find us at Rareform Radio on Twitter and Instagram, and of course iTunes. Search Rareform Radio, subscribe, leave us a review, 5 stars, and you'll get a shout out.
Yeah.
How about we do that?
We should start doing
Yeah.
that. Leave a review, and we'll give you a personal thank you.
Yeah.
That's all we got, really. You got anything else?
A review of the pussy spread open so you can see all the way in.
And
Oh,
feel free.
we're off that subject.
You guys can send us pussy shots to our Instagram if you want to, and we will not out you, but we can rate you if you want.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that'd be.
Remember
no,
that?
no dick pics, please, because remember that debacle.
Yeah, Frank.
Sorry, guys.
Can I get the job if I show my dick? Do you remember that website ratemypoo.com?
No.
It was a website where people would submit a picture of their shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like anonymous,
Right.
but you would just give it a scale of 1 to 10.
See, I
What if
couldn't.
it's still around?
I can't. To me, I'm just like, I
no,
can't go down that road.
Oh, you guys too good for that?
No, it's not too good for that. It's disgusting to me. Like, so I'm not trying to be high and mighty about it. I just don't see it being.
Right.
I don't understand
Oh,
shit being a niche thing.
it's on there right now, and it says, "Here's the biggest piece of shit." It's a picture of Donald Trump.
That's hilarious.
Now that's funny.
Okay, how do we? Yeah, it's still up. You guys can go to ratemypoo.com.
And give it 5 stars, and we'll give you a shout out.
Awesome. Are we back next week? Is everyone here?
I'm here, yeah.
I'll be here.
We will be here.
So, like you said, probably in the next month or so, we're going to be moving back to Dash.
Yes.
At least for a bit.
Yes.
And we should be back to live radio with a phone number and all kinds of stuff.
We still appreciate all of the voicemails, though. Those are always fun. And
Keep
the
those coming,
questions.
too.
Yeah.
And that's it. We will see you next week.
All right.
See you guys.
Bye.
This is Lola, and I'm here to tell the world to stop being such pussies and listen to Rare Form Radio.